So the mail privacy protection feature in iOS 15 was announced a few days ago, and it's currently being launched right now in September of 2021. And this affects every single person who does email marketing or sends any type of marketing email. Now, I dug into different articles to see what the implications are, and there's actually quite a bit. So, in today's episode, I want to give you some tips that I think you can follow to figure out what you can do and mitigate any issues with this new iOS mail feature. So, with that said, let's get started. This is episode number 225. All right, everyone, make sure to take 1 second to like this video and also subscribe. So before we dive into the mail protection feature in iOS 15, if you are an affiliate marketer, if you want to get into affiliate marketing so you can start making passive income online, I invite you to go to thecalmmarketer.co/affiliate-blog-course. thecalmmarketer.co/affiliate-blog-course. When you go here, you can enroll in my 5-day affiliate blog email course, completely free. All you need to do is put your first name and your email address, and you will be instantly enrolled in the program, and you will get the first lesson within a few seconds of registering. So if you're interested in affiliate marketing, take advantage of this free course that I just launched. So Apple's new privacy features. So a few days ago, Apple recently announced their mail privacy protection feature, which basically means that if you install iOS 15 and if you use Apple Mail, you'll be able to turn on this mail privacy protection feature, which will prevent email providers from tracking your information. All right, so it prevents email providers like MailChimp, right? ActiveCampaign. It prevents those tools from tracking when you open an email. It prevents them from knowing your location, and it also prevents them from knowing what kind of device you are using to view your emails. All right, so the way these email providers can track your information is by pixels, right? So MailChimp, for example, they have a pixel on every single email that you send via MailChimp, and it basically tracks like how many times and when your customers open your email, when you links you click within the email, location, time zone, device type, email client, things like that. But now with this enhanced privacy protection with Apple Mail, according to MailChimp, I'm reading this article right now, Apple Mail will preload pixels even if your contact hasn't opened the email, resulting in unreliable open metrics. So now Apple will be preloading their own pixel onto all of your emails. And when they do this, all the email providers like MailChimp and ActiveCampaign will show that you opened the email, but in fact, you may have not opened the email. All right. So this will not send these email providers accurate information on opens, location, device, and device. So that's actually a pretty big deal, because if you do any type of email marketing, you rely on these metrics. Now, with this new feature, you won't be able to know when people open up their email. And for me, I know I personally do check the email open rates, because that's a big factor, right? To determine whether or not my email subject line works or not, I check the email open rates. right? If it's a good percent, then great. If not, we need to make changes. So I personally use MailerLite, and MailerLite has an A/B testing feature. So you can test out 2 different email subject lines and see which one gets the highest open rate. And then MailerLite will send the winner to the rest of your subscribers. So that's an excellent feature. But now moving forward, it's not possible to do any type of A/B testing or anything like that. So it kind of sucks, because if you are a marketer and you are serious about email marketing, you want to make sure that your emails are relevant, right? And that you're just not sending it to a black void where you have no idea if people are reading your emails. So how can you prepare for this update? MailChimp has this excellent article. I'll include a link to this MailChimp article in the show notes, but I read this, and this is an excellent article to use for yourself or even to send to your clients too. So you need to start to change how you measure success in your email campaigns. All right, so focus on clicks as part of your email strategy. All right, so what does that mean? That basically means track or look more closely at how many people are clicking the links in your email, because that's still possible for you to track. All right, so any links within an email, that data will still be sent to marketers. It'll still be sent to MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. So make sure you focus more on call to actions in your emails. Also monitor your bounces, unsubscribes, and also your conversions. All right, so bounces, make sure if you have a huge or if you have an email list and if your emails are bouncing, that's no good. So you should remove all of those emails that have bounced, and also unsubscribes. So if you do see a lot of people unsubscribing, that's a clear indicator that your emails might not be that quality. All right. Also, monitor your reach. Both contact ratings and email marketing engagement reply on opens, which may yield misleading results. So MailChimp, they have contact rating, which is I think like a 4 or 5 star rating. And don't look at contact rating anymore. Right? So don't do that. Don't monitor that. Also, now that you will not know where your customers live, you may need to ask them directly. So collect location info directly from your contacts. So you can ask them, the city or zip code. You can, add it in the form. Now, this is not it depends on what kind of business you have, but for me, I don't really care too much about where my visitors are coming from that much. So, but if it is really important to you, you may need to add that location field within the form when they fill out a form to opt into your emails. All right, and and also with A/B tests, this was a huge blow. So, if you are running A/B tests based on open rates, your results might not be accurate. All right. So if you do test your subject lines, you won't be able to be doing that anymore. So what you should consider doing instead is using click rates instead. So you can still do A/B tests, but test the CTAs within the email. All right. And use a different method to identify a contact's email client. So although data about your contact's email client may be misleading when based solely on opens, data based on clicks is more accurate. So here's what I think additionally, what I'm going to do, and this is what you should highly consider as well, is focus on the email content, right? So I would encourage, what I'm going to do now is encourage people to click the links in my email more often than before. So say, for example, if you are publicizing a new blog article, you can, maybe show the intro of that blog article and then include a relevant CTA link or a button to have people click on, and then a route to your full page blog article, right? So now it's more important than ever to have a website and start analyzing the traffic coming from your emails to your website. So you must have Google Analytics installed. Make sure you are using UTM parameters. If you have questions about creating UTM parameters for your links, drop it down in the comments. That way you can track who is coming from your emails, and Google Analytics will still give you a lot of information regarding location data and things like that. So now more than ever, you need to use email as a midway point to your website, right? Because your website has Google Analytics, or it should, and you can track more of your customer data that way. So also another thing that I'm thinking about doing as well is sending out more surveys within the email. MailerLite has surveys, which is really cool. So you can actually, or any email actually, you could just have maybe 2 buttons, and within these 2 buttons, you can ask any type of question. You can have people hey, do you still want my emails? Yes or no, right? And if they click yes, great. If they say no, then just remove them from your email list. That's one way to make sure your list is quality. You can even ask them other types of questions as well within your email. Make it very, very simple, yes or no questions, just to have them engage, because tracking links within email is much more important now. So start making call to actions more relevant, and start asking survey questions within your email. All right, so there's more steps involved. It's definitely harder to track how well your email campaigns are performing with this new iOS 15 update. But as the world progresses, everyone is all about privacy, and it's getting harder to really collect user data. So make sure you follow the tips that I just gave you today. I'll include a link to this MailChimp article. It's A+ stuff. I'll include a link to it in the show notes. So with that said, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And for all of my podcast listeners, make sure to go to ratethispodcast.com/thecalmmarketer to leave me a rating and review. So with that said, I will speak to you all in the next episode.